Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Erik Hag press conference reaction ahead of the City game. I'm not going to waste any time with it. I haven't seen any of the comments really, to be honest with you, so I don't know what to expect. But do smash a like on the video, to subscribe if you are new, and let's head straight into it. By the looks of it, it doesn't look too long, so let's check what it says. He said, first of all, congratulations of Manager of the Month award. Yes, obviously Marcus Rashford won Premier League Player of the Month. Very good. And then we got the Premier League Manager of the Month, so get the double. Lovely stuff. Let's hope we can keep it up. I know it's a very high ask. It's a very tall order, but hopefully they can keep it up. He was then asked, he was then congratulated. He said, what does that say about what you're achieving as a group and Marcus as a player? I guess they talked about both. He said, you see, right, we have achieved as a group, we did together. It tells us we are going in the right direction, which I agree, but tells us further on nothing. We are that short in the season. We know there's a lot of space for improvement. We have to improve, but it gives us the positive that we are in the right direction. But it also tells us that we have to work really hard to get to a higher level. I like that. Always setting the bar even higher, regardless of the achievements from Ten Hag. That's why we like him so much. He was then asked any injuries and absentees for the City game. He said we have injuries following the international break. Maguire is injured. I don't really. I mean, it is what it is. I said I think for the rest we have some doubts with Anthony Martial, but he was training all week with the group, so I'm really happy with the situation. I must say, even that comment there really tells me I don't think people understand how much Ten Hag likes Anthony Martial. I really do think Ten Hag really likes Anthony Martial. So I hope that is going to be fine. He said Marcus has also been in training, so let's see what that. And he says as for the rest, only the long-term injuries like Axel and Brandon Williams, they are not available, so we'll have to see. But they're performing very well. He was then asked a lot was said about Harry Maguire. It seems that anything that goes wrong, he'll get blamed for it. Do you have to defend him and protect him? He said, first of all, of course, I have to coach him, I have to back him. But I back him because I believe in him. In the period that I have worked with him, in pre-season, he was good. I would say really good in training and in games. Then he falls out of the starting 11, but it's also to do with the good performance of the other centre-backs that are playing now. But I can see the qualities, and even after he was not in the team, he trained really well. But more importantly, the quality was really there. You see in his career, almost 50 caps for the international level, and Leicester, and Man United performing really well. I'm just going to stop it there because it's a whole lot of nonsense, Erik. As a manager, glad you said that. Yeah, I'm not gonna slate you for saying anything other than that. But as long as you know the reality of the situation is that he's shit and he deserves where he is right now, I can't be asked. So it is what it is. I don't feel like Maguire deserves some of the PR that he gets. So I'm not gonna waste any time on it personally. I was then asked, just in terms of City, most people regard them as the benchmark for teams in the Premier League. What is your view of them and Pep? And going and facing that, he said our approach is the first look to ourselves, and the approach for Man United is we want to win every game, and that message I've already told several times here, which he has. The aim is for Sunday and it's nothing less. We have to perform to our best. We have to put out our way of playing, our rules, our principles. We have to do our best, of course, and we'll make a good game plan, and then it's about execution, and we'll have to do it. We know that we want to get the result. We have to put in 100%. I like that, I like that. He not saying that City are too good, not saying Pep are too good. He's saying we have our approach. We need to play the way we want to play. We want to dictate it. We need to. The plan is there. We just gotta execute it, and we get the result. Happy days! Brilliant comment. He is then asked, Erik, what do you know about the derby, and what does it mean to you to be involved in it? He said, I played in many derbies. I know what derbies, what they are with rivals, what they do to each other. I know it's the most important game in the Manchester area. It excites me. You want to be involved in these games because it gives a good vibe, it gives so much energy, you do everything to win that game. He's then asked, how do you prepare for Erling Haaland? He says, we don't play Haaland, we play against Manchester City. Easier said, that's it really. He didn't even have to continue, but he did say they have a team with more than 11 players. Well, we do as well. We are convinced with our capabilities, and if we act as a team in and out of possession, then you can beat such opponents. That is belief we have to get with us as we line up when we start the game, and we need it more than 90 minutes. Happy days. He was then asked, I wonder what your thoughts are on the mental health of players. What are your concerns about that and the responsibility of football fans have? That's a bit of a weird question. I feel like that's more lent towards the Maguire situation. He was then said, but it is an exception of top football. It's an expectation of our work. We do set conditions for that as management. We also have experts around to help the coach and players and the team in the right direction. Like I said, I don't think Erik ten Hag would have really seen the actual meaning to that question, but it is what it is. He was then asked again about Harry. How is Harry doing? That was the question. He said, I think he's doing quite well, but for every player, there's room for improvement. He believes in his skills. He'll quickly be back on the level even more than he did. Once again, I'm convinced of that because I see his capabilities. It's really high. You can tell me all you want, Erik. You can tell me all you want. Nothing will make Harry Maguire a footballer. Nothing. Alright? He was then asked the last question. You've gone from losing the first 2 games of being a manager of the month You've gone from losing the first 2 games to being manager of the month. How would you sum up your progression to where it is now? Football is a daily rate, I would say. So football is all about the result, and then the daily rate is the positive of negativity. I see it more in a pattern. I see it more in the long term. I think we played really good in preseason. So in the first 2 games, we had our head down. You already see the base we made in preseason. Then we win obviously 4 games in the Premier League. So we're happy with that. But also we see lacks in our game. We have to improve, and that's what we're working on. I don't think you really answered it to how we would expect, but like we said, we can't really expect too much from Ten Hag's press conferences. He still has to learn. Obviously, he might not understand a few things, but yeah, pretty positive on the whole. I don't really, like I said, I'm not going to slate Ten Hag for his Maguire comments. It is what it is. It's his play. He has to manage it at the end of the day. But we all know the truth. We all know the reality of the situation. And yeah, I like the way he speaks about wanting to win the derby on the weekend. So do smash like on the video, do subscribe if you are new. Congratulations to Marcus Rashford and Erik ten Hag for winning both Player of the Month and Manager of the Month. And let's keep it up and let's get the win on the weekend. But I hope you all have a good weekend. Hopefully United ends it off. And I shall see you all very soon. Goodbye.